We've seen this coming for some time, but it looks like the U.S. is making a move toward Cuba, and it may be sooner than later. They're tying Cuba into Iran, and they're saying now they're assessing a drone threat coming from the area, saying that they've been watching this region for the past 2-3 years, and that Cuba and Iran have been working together along with Russia to get military-grade drones into Cuba, and that they have stashed them across the island. Sounds like the type of info that you would want to drop into the minds of the masses right before you try to engage into a military type of conflict. Axios is reporting all this. Reuters, others are citing it. So they're saying this is credible information, that hundreds of these drones have been acquired. Again, they would be the Shahed type of drone that Iran is known to push and build. And they even say that they have been discussing targeting and hitting U.S. bases in Guantanamo Bay, hitting U.S. military vessels abroad, and even targeting Key West, Florida, which is 90 miles north of Havana. If these things are to be taken seriously, then anyone in southern Florida is in a target zone here in a war, in an open war. Could they launch a wave of drones and hit that area? I'd say so, pretty easily. I'd say that they will be successful in some kind of wave operation right out the gate. And it won't be until then that I think that measures will be taken. And I also think that something like that will serve as a catalyst. It will open the door. It will be kind of like, okay, you guys hit us. Now we're going to pound you out. So it's like the U.S. kind of setting the stage here for something to go down, saying they've got these drones. Now, will Iran use them? Will they provoke them? Well, we had a U.S. vessel go into Cuban waters here not too long ago, and there was a skirmish. The Cuban authorities tried to stop the vessel. Those people fired on the authorities, and there's a big shootout that went down. And there's hostilities big time. Marco Rubio and others saying to the people, even the CIA that is on the ground there right now, they had their head there this past week. And they were telling everyone openly, get rid of your government. Get rid of your government. We won't have a problem. We won't have to sanction you. And they also say we cannot have our adversary operating in our backyard, making this kind of like their playground for problems. So they're going to have to do something with Cuba sooner or later as this war continues on with Iran. I would just be aware that at any point, any of the ships that are brought out of the Mediterranean are going to be brought into the Caribbean, and they're going to surround Cuba, as many already are. So, just a heads up to what they're talking here. The world is a stage. We know this. Join me for the live shows going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, talking about this and a lot more in greater detail. Hope to see you there. Much love.